All right, Jeremiah, it's been a couple of days since your shocking elimination. And I'm saying shocking because I was screaming at the TV at
Oh,
the top of my lungs. Ugh, I have so many feelings towards it. But tell me though, how are you feeling a couple days since it's all gone down?
at first it was a lot of like anger. I'm not gonna lie. The first night I was pretty pissed. Like I was like,
Mm.
damn, how can they do that? Da 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 da. But right now it's honestly been a lot of like gratitude and just like, okay, God don't make mistakes. Like if this is where my journey was supposed to end, then I'll accept this. So right now I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. Like I'm okay. I'm
I
good.
love that mindset. Seriously,
Yeah.
that's an amazing mindset. And
Mhm.
you don't have your phone still, right?
Oh no, no, not till maybe tomorrow night, maybe.
Okay. Well, just know that gratitude is going to be met with a lot of fans.
Okay.
And a lot of people are rallying around you. So I know maybe you can take some comfort into that because I
Yeah,
know
thank
it was a crazy journey that you had the last couple of days.
you.
And crazy is saying it very lightly. But tell me though, in that moment, how shocked were you?
I was like, oh, because yeah, I was like, okay, maybe they'll choose Austin because he hasn't found anything in 3 weeks. Maybe they'll choose Pepe because they didn't like him at first and he's a bombshell. Like I'm an OG that I was really close with them. And then once they started talking and saying like, oh, we don't want him to repeat the same mistakes, I was like, oh, I'm cooked. Our values, like the way we're supposed to play the game finally lined up and it still wasn't enough. So when they said that, I was like, oh, I'm cooked. Like I'm out of here. I was like,
Mm.
damn.
Now, who do you feel the most betrayed by? Or do you feel betrayed?
I definitely feel betrayed, but at the same time, it is like a game show at the end of the day. So I'm like half betrayed, half like you did the strategic move, I guess, to get me out. But probably the thing is, I don't know how much of like he should go, no, he shouldn't was. But honestly, I would say Nick, because like Ace, I can expect him to vote me out. We never saw eye to eye. Even though we had a lot of great moments together, we never saw eye to eye. But I'll probably say Nick, just because like if you're my best friend, you told me like you love me and all this and that, I expect you to really go to bat for me because that's just how I would do for you. But yeah, I'd say Nick. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you think Ace is the ringleader of the villa?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he
Oh
is.
yeah, you were like definitely. Okay, you
Oh yeah,
said that
thousand
very
percent. Yeah.
quickly. I was like,
Yeah,
there was no
yeah,
thought.
yeah, no, 1,000%.
Okay, so then Nick and Taylor are just following suit.
I would say so. Yeah, like they're all great personalities and like great guys, but I think at the end of the day, it was they just kind of looked up to Ace and did what he said. So I mean,
Mm.
this is what it is.
You said that you and Ace really didn't see eye to eye. When
Yeah.
did you notice that in the beginning? Like, did you kind of feel that there was a click forming and you weren't in that click?
Yeah, I think day one when I got the cheek kiss from the Ulysses who stole him from Shelly, I don't think he liked that at all because that's the reason he got stole. And then like I got really close with my couple and he was the exact opposite. So we just had two very different ways of like dating, so to speak. And yeah, like we had a lot of great moments together and he taught me some dance moves and like a great like personality. But yeah, we just didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Mm. And also, too, I know you kind of briefly said this, how it was like the strategy, the game. And I know
Mhm.
a lot of fans, once you get your phone, you're going to see this. A lot of fans are upset with how people are playing it because it is Love Island. It's supposed to
Mm.
be about love. It's not
Yeah,
supposed to be, I know there's money involved at the end, but it's not
yeah.
supposed to be that big of a deal. So, did you feel that people were playing it like maybe it was like The Traders or Big Brother or something like that? And really wasn't about love.
Yeah, like they would say, honestly, I don't think it was like that, but they would just say like the way to do it is talk to everybody, talk to everybody, talk to everybody, like find a connection. But then when you did find a connection, like it feels like they didn't like that. Even though all the couples right now are day one or day two couples. Like obviously my case is very different. Obviously I went way too fast, but like everything else aside, it's like, yeah, it was kind of just like talk to everybody, talk to everybody, talk to everybody. And I don't know. And then some of them said like you're not supposed to lock in ever. So it was kind of confusing, honestly. Like they all had their different opinions on what to do. And I'm just like, okay.
Wait, what did someone said to not lock in ever?
Yeah, I think it was like week 5 or 6. They still didn't lock in just because you never know who might come through the door. And once I heard that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not listening to y'all. Respectfully, I'm gonna do what I want. And if I up, I up.
And who do you mind saying who said that?
Yeah, I think it was Pepe and maybe Ace chimed in too. But yeah, no, Pepe is my guy. But yeah, he definitely was like, you never know what might come through the door. Like da 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 da.
Right,
I
which is
believe
so
my
true. Which it is
yeah.
so true. And I know
Yeah.
probably looking back, you and Huda obviously closed off very quickly. Do
Oh,
you,
We
But
weren't actually closed off. Okay, I know what it
oh,
looked like, but we weren't officially closed off. I just want to add that in
no,
there.
actually, a good add-in, because actually you guys weren't closed off. But it was the two of you though,
Yes, yes,
very,
yes,
very, very quickly.
yes, yeah.
Looking back on it, do you
Mhm.
regret doing that?
Honestly, not at all. Like, no, because like the journey happened. I learned some things about myself. Like, I learned how to like make better decisions without any sleep. And it was like I had just gotten to, finally hoop again with Angelina and like all that. So I was like, nah, because at the end of the day, like I came out of it a better, not, I won't say a better person, but just like more knowledgeable, I guess, about myself and just like ways to play the game. Because I was like, I felt the connection and I didn't see any other girls I'd want to explore yet. So I was like, let me just stick with this. And it's like, that's what happened. And I don't regret it. I mean, it is what it is. In hindsight, it looked terrible, but at the time, it was like first week was amazing. And then, kind of, but yeah.
Have you watched the episodes back yet?
I skimmed through most of them and I watched all of the one that I got eliminated from.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, since you've skimmed through some of them, I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
now you have seen what America saw. Would
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
done anything differently with your relationship with Huda?
Yeah, the number one thing I would have done differently was instead of like trying to be Superman, I would have been like, no, this is actually way too much, way too fast. Because when I wasn't matching that crazy like boyfriend girlfriend energy, it made me look like I didn't care. And so yeah, I would have just have cut things, not cut things off, but slowed things way down because we got it just like over like 2 days, it went from like coupling up to just boyfriend girlfriend essentially. And I was just like, I should have. Instead of saying I like you so much, let me try to be that person, I should have said let's slow down and focus on
Mm,
the friendship, best friendship. That's what I really messed up on for sure.
okay. And
Mhm.
also, skimming through it, do you see where Huda's feelings are coming from?
I see. Me not. I think the one thing I definitely did, like, actually, like, I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but what I really messed up on was not comforting her the night Charlie left. And
Mm,
that's like one thing that she's definitely like, I mean, she's valid in whatever she feels, but that's the one that I really f***ed up. But other than that, like the pancakes, shit, the water, or me not doing enough, all that, I'm just like looking back, I'm just like, okay, like, I was like, get up, run, 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 like telling myself to get up and run. But nah, besides not being there to comfort her, I was like, I feel pretty justified in most of what I did. Not saying I was perfect, but I feel like I was pretty good, at least.
1,000%. And I also love how you're taking it and you're learning from it, just how you talked about it in the villa. You're like, you made mistakes in past relationships as well,
Yeah.
and you've learned from that. But was there ever a point where you
Mhm.
were like, this is way too much for me? It's getting out of hand. I kind of just want to get out and leave.
Yeah, that was the sunbed conversation on the yellow couches where I'm like, yo, do we start as friends? Like, how can we, like, if there's anything left in this, how can we do it healthily? And then she kind of stormed off and, like, went and called me all this and that. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, if there's recoupling, I'm out of here because this shit, I know I was already coupled up with Iris, but at that point, I was like, this is dead. Like, yeah, yeah. Because I gave two extra conversations just to
Right.
see. They both went nowhere. And I was like, yeah, it's like, it's time to get up out of here for sure.
But was there ever a point where you wanted to leave the villa? You're like, I just can't even do this anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no. Yeah, no. The night Charlie left, because I got into it with Huda, I got into it with the guys. I felt like I lost everybody all at once, like besides Austin and Iris, and I was just like, oh, this is awkward. I'm I'm probably gonna be out of here tomorrow. That no, the night Charlie left was devastating for sure. That night really did a number for sure.
Mm. I will say though, your arc, like, and watch it all back, like not just skimming, but
Okay.
and once you get your phone back, you will see the way that people were like, Jeremiah, what are you doing? And then they saw
Yeah.
what you were doing, and now you have a lot of fans. Like a lot of fans are rallying around you. They want you back in the villa. Obviously, sometimes like that probably won't happen, but if it
Yeah, yeah.
does, would you be open to that?
Going back in right, like
Yeah, going back in.
um. Honestly, if I was still here, like, yeah, if I was still in Fiji, yeah, like for sure. Because I definitely wanted to continue to explore whatever connection me and Angelina had. Because it felt really good. Like we like had a lot of good conversations, and we were very firm and like friendship, best friends first, and we lined up with that. So I was excited to see where that went. But yeah,
Would you
yeah.
confront the
Um. Right now I'd probably be like, but the thing is, no matter what answer they give me, I already know what it is. Because Nick already said now that Jeremiah's gone, there's less competition. And it's like, even if they look me in my face and say, oh, we did it because we didn't want you to repeat the same cycle, I mean, that's just kind of BS. Honestly, there's nothing they could like say that would respectfully like change anything. It'd be like, I get it. Like y'all made the strategic move. I get it. It is what it is.
Bottom line, do you think they were jealous of you?
I don't know about jealous. I would just say like I think they really saw like me be like happy and joyous, and I got close with everybody. Like, in like 4 days, like my relationships with all the ladies changed, and like everyone
Mm.
else changed, and like they really got to see me like who I am as a person, like me. And I don't know if I wouldn't say like jealous, but maybe I don't maybe intimidated a little bit of just like, oh, he's a real player here, like he can really hoop. And I think maybe that's where they're like, okay, let's say we don't want them to repeat the same cycles because they saw us kissing, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what they're thinking.
And Jeremiah, that is why I was screaming at the television because I saw that, America saw that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we not giving Jeremiah another chance? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upset for it for a couple more weeks now. But I
Oh,
will say, like, if you did go back in, was there any other connection that you would want to explore?
in terms of girls, they're all like at my point, at that point, it was like 3 weeks in, and I had already built like really good friendships with all the girls. So it
Yeah.
would definitely be like continuing to be best friends with Iris. Like she's amazing. And then seeing what happens with Andrina and any bombshells that come in at that point.
Would you be open to exploring that outside of the villa?
What one?
Audrey,
Andrina?
yeah,
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, no, she's getting a follow tomorrow for sure.
you're
She's getting a
sliding into
follow.
that DM.
Oh, for sure. You know, I'm hitting her up tomorrow for sure. The second I get my phone back, that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm gonna hit her and then call my mom. That's like the number
Oh,
two.
that's so sweet. What about Huda though? I know obviously maybe not a romantic relationship, but like, do you want to see a friendship out of that?
No, just because watching it back yesterday, there were just some things that if there's a friendship, I just don't say certain things about certain people. That's just not how I communicate. And we just communicate differently with how we talk about people. And so, me personally, nah, I'm never gonna talk to her again on that any type of level. Well, not talk to, but just that, yeah, friendship and anything on is just dead. Me personally, I can't do it.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, looking in to the couples that we have left, I know we just had a crazy thing that happened last night with Nick and Alandria. Do
Mm.
you think that any of the couples are actually that genuine in their relationship? Like any of the OG, like Taylor and Alandria, Nick and Sierra? Or is it just a game, Ace and Shelly?
Honestly, I think Ace and Shelly have a real thing going, 1,000%, because they've always had for 3 weeks, even when they weren't coupled up for 3 weeks, and they still were damn near a couple. So honestly, I think they have a strong thing. I really like Taylor and Alandria because they're really strong. I don't know what's going on now, but I really liked them two. I know Nick and Sierra were pretty rocky when I was leaving, and then Pep and Hannah got broken up. Austin and Maya don't like each other. So yeah, I would say the strongest in my opinion are Ace and Shelly and Taylor and Alandria, even though I have no idea what's going on with that right now.
Well, I will say a lot of people want Nick and Alandria together.
That's crazy.
Okay, so that you didn't get any wind of that in the villa.
No, like I don't even want to look back and like gaslight myself. I did not even think about that once the entire time I was there. In
Okay.
my like I don't nah, it didn't cross my mind not once.
Before I let you go, I'm getting wrapped. But okay, everyone also loved that you're a book nerd, that you review
Oh yeah.
books, and
I
that
love
your
books.
favorite movie is Ponyo. So tell me,
Yeah.
favorite moment of that movie.
Oh, now you're putting me on the spot. I would say, oh my God, when they're in the submarine, it's the water scene in the very, okay, see, now it sounds like I haven't seen it. It's the water scene in the submarine with all the fish. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I just know like that, like animation arts, like Spirited Away, Ponyo,
Yeah.
and like Sasuke, like those like movies. Totoro is another classic because my uncle owned a comic book shop and I got to see all those. So yeah, just like the water scene with all the fishes. That's all I can remember from that movie. I'm not gonna lie. I just know it's a beautiful movie.
It's a beautiful movie. Is it safe to say we're going to see more book reviews? And once you're out back from Fiji.
Yeah, yeah, no, I gotta get back to it. I took a long break from doing it, but yeah, we'll get back to it for sure, for sure, for sure.